Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Welcome to the science class of grade 7. Today is the fifth lecture of chapter number 1, the human digestive system. In previous class, we have studied the digestive process and absorption of nutrients for energy and growth. Today we will discuss some issues regarding digestive processes. So students, first of all, open up page number 5 of your science book. The topic is problems with the digestive system. These problems can be in the form of abdomen cramps, diarrhea, vomiting, loss of appetite, mild fever, and headache. Now, why these problems occur to our digestive system? This is due to the food-borne illness, also referred as food poisoning, which is the result of eating contaminated, spoiled, or toxic food. Contaminated foods contain harmful microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, or other parasites. They enter the digestive system through infected food. Now the question arises that how food gets contaminated. Then there are many reasons, like while buying the food it was expired, or sometimes while preparing the food if we do not care about washing the food or hands and we are handling the food with dirty hands, like after using toilet hands are not properly washed with the soap, or we are working on dirty surface and using unclean utensils. Sometimes ladies have loose hanging hair near the food, or we have eaten food which was left uncovered for a long time. So by all these means food gets contaminated and harmful microorganisms get into the digestive system and cause different diseases. Kindly underline this paragraph, which is telling us about the problems with the digestive system. Now we will understand some diseases related to digestive system. The first problem is indigestion. Indigestion can be observed as burning in the stomach. It can be abdomen pain, bloating, which is a feeling of early fullness of meal, having acidic taste, belching, gas, also a sensation of nausea and vomiting. People often have heart burning, which is a burning sensation deep in the chest. People of all ages are affected by indigestion. It is caused by swallowing the food too quickly and not chewing it properly, or due to the excessive use of medicines that irritate gut, or by emotional problems such as anxiety and depression. Also by eating oily and greasy foods. In this condition, stomach produces extra gastric juice in order to digest the food. Thus, this excessive amount of acid causes indigestion. This acid also comes towards gullet when a person belches and gives a burning sensation. There are several ways to avoid and cure indigestion. The immediate prevention is to take antacids or tablets which contain alkalis in them. This alkali will cancel out the effect of acid. Other ways to avoid indigestion are to eat small meals, eat slowly, and chew the food properly so your stomach does not have to work hard or as long. Also, you can reduce foods that contain caffeine in them. Manage your stress. Do not exercise with full stomach. Rather, exercise before the meal or at least 1 hour after the meal. The worst form of indigestion is ulcer. If the acid remains in the stomach for a longer period of time, stomach ache can become worse. This excessive acid start eating the lining of the stomach and the person will have vomiting or vomiting with blood. He may also have blood in stool. There are other problems as well, like trouble in breathing, digesting, appetite change, etc. Ulcers are mostly common in middle age and elderly people and are due to overwork and worries. Now you will make a question with the heading indigestion, that what is indigestion, what are its causes, and how it can be cured. And now we will discuss the second infection, that is diarrhea. For that you have to turn the page, move to page number 6. Diarrhea is a condition which is seen as vomits and runs. At least 3 liquids or watery bowel movements which results in dehydration due to the loss of fluid from the body. Diarrhea is caused by eating or drinking food contaminated by viruses, bacteria, or parasites. These germs start breeding and multiplying in the digestive system. The white blood cells, which are the part of defense system of the body, they rush to kill these germs. Thus, the liquid food and destroyed microorganisms rush out of rectum as motions. During this infection, a great deal of vitamins, salts, and water content is lost from the body, which can result in decreased urination, loss of skin color, fast heart rate, and fever. Diarrhea can be prevented by improved sanitation, drinking clean water, and hand washing with soap. We can also intake oral rehydration solutions ORS with modest amount of salts and sugar. By eating clean, hygienic and well-cooked foods, we can avoid diarrhea. In severe infections, antibiotics can also be taken. Diarrhea can be seen as a severe problem in babies, as this can lead to dehydration. So if diarrhea persists a day long even after giving oral solutions, the baby must be taken to the doctor. Diarrhea is the second leading cause of death in children under 5 years of age. Major causes are malnutrition and poor hygiene. On this paragraph with the heading diarrhea, you will mark question number 14, which says that what are the most likely causes of diarrhea? What can you do to reduce the chances that you will get diarrhea? How can diarrhea be cured? So in this paragraph you will find the answer. Third problem of digestive system is constipation. Being constipated means your bowel movements are tough or happen less often than normal. Every person has different lavatory habit. Some go to toilet once a day, some even more times, but if feces or bowels are not passed according to routine, or you find thick and hard bowels which are difficult to pass, then you are suffering from constipation. Constipation is usually not serious. You will feel better when your body is back on the track, but if it persists longer, then it can make it worse. There are many reasons for constipation. For example, when you are not eating enough fiber or roughage, or you are eating a lot of dairy products, you are not being active most of the times, or you resist the urge to poop, this all leads to constipation. In such situation, more water is absorbed from the waste into your body, thus it leaves thick, hard and dry feces in large intestine, which are even uncomfortable to pass. Some preventions are that you change what you eat or the activities you do. Drink plenty of water. Eat fiber containing diets such as fruits, vegetables, grains. Stay active. Do exercise. Do not resist the urge to pass the stool. Avoid intake of stress releasing drugs and try to avoid laxatives. Now, what are laxatives? These are medicines to soften feces, but they have adverse effects on muscles of rectum because these muscles become weak and lazy in moving waste out of the body. Thus, we need even more stronger laxatives to cure. So, by adding such healthy regime to our life, we can protect ourselves from getting such diseases. So, now we will mark the exercise question number 13 over here with this paragraph. It says, what are the most likely causes of constipation? What can you do to reduce the chances that you will become constipated? How can constipation be cured? So in this paragraph with the heading constipation, you will find this answer. So here we have come to an end of the chapter successfully. Kindly listen to all the lectures thoroughly and make your notes. And do book reading. Also remember that diagram practice is very important. I hope that this chapter is well understood to you and you can give your feedback and convey your queries about the chapter. Thank you so much.